Hello students, good evening and welcome to today's live session. I'm expecting like 30 40 students at least to join today in the session because this is the decisive session. And I hope all of you have seen the previous two sessions in which I have told you important 50 questions which are most what do you call them, tentative or important for the upcoming exam. So post the live link with your WhatsApp contacts, your classmates, so that we can have a good number of students, because it is the time to practice the multiple choice questions and the assertion reason questions. So, friends, it's a long session. So, keep water with you, have your pen and papers ready, and I will wait for your answers in the chat. So, you need to send me a hello in the chat if you all are available and you can see me, you can hear me, and it's loud and clear. Let's have a hello in the chat. So as I see how many people have joined in and you keep on posting your hellos in the chat, I will just prepare for the first question here. So here we have the live practice session number 3, and this is going to be the decisive one, which is going to be the final session for the class 10 students who are appearing in the board exams. Okay, so let me check who all have posted hellos there. I can see Arohan has joined in there. Okay, still waiting for so many of you to gear up and join in for the session. It's okay. Let's quickly get on with the session. And we have the top 100 most important, the multiple choice questions, that is the MCQs, and the assertion reason type questions. So we all have practiced the 3 marks, 2 marks, 5 mark questions, right? And now comes the time to practice this important part. You know, so many questions are there, the objective type questions, and we all know how important objective type questions are. We all need to be really smart if you want to excel in multiple choice questions, because this is something where it's very easy to score marks and it is very easy to lose marks as well. And when I say it is easy to lose marks, I do mean it, because students, they tend to take it lightly and they think, oh, we just have to mark the correct answer there and it will hardly take any time. But everything needs time, everything needs effort. And that's where you need to be smarter when you are handling the multiple choice questions and the assertion reason questions. So as I welcome Arohan, who has written the hello there, and rest of them are watching, but they have not written hello there. So you can write a hello, no problem. And you can click the like button and pick up the link from the address bar there and post it with your WhatsApp contact so that the students can join in, because this session of multiple choice, this requires participation. So if all of us are participating, then I think it will be a very nice session and it will help me continue till top 100 questions. So I can see now some hellos are coming in finally. Thank you for all those hellos. Okay, let's quickly get on with the first question for the day. Here we have the questions which we have to attempt. The first question. Okay, should I give you time first and then we will come to the descriptive answers? So you can try question number one, the product of HCF and LCM of 72 and 132. Then I will tell you how to crack it using the minimum amount of time. That is important. Okay. So start solving this, and then the product of non-zero rational and irrational number is what? So post your answers in the chat. Question number one, what option? Question number two, what option? Take 30 seconds and we will discuss this in a short while. Okay. I'm already having some answers there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, good. I like that participation, uh, that keeps me motivated. Okay, let's see. Is that more bright now? Yeah, I think that is better. Getting some answers already for the first question. Anna has answered both. That is really quick, actually. Really, really quick. So if you know that in the first question, you don't have to find the HCF and LCM, then you are on the right track. Okay. But if you are starting to find HCF and LCM, stop. You don't have to. Right? Okay. When I say you don't have to find HCF and LCM, there is fundamental theorem of arithmetic which is going to help me out here. Okay, the answer for second is C. Okay. Uh, I failed to actually take your names also because you are logged in with your IDs and I don't know your names. So that's okay. So let's discuss the first two questions. I think I have enough of answers there to keep on going. So we have question number one in which the product of HCF and LCM is asked. So whenever you are asked to find the product of HCF and LCM, you are not required to find the HCF and LCM separately because you know that HCF times LCM is always equal to the product of numbers, and this is what you need to separately. Am I right? And all those who just multiplied 72 and 132 will be the champions in the exam also. Right? So that's how it goes. And what is the product? 72 times 2 is 144. So 4 and a 14 carry. 72 times 3 is 216. 216 plus 14 is 230. 023 carry. 72 plus 23 is 95. 9504. Where is the answer? B is the correct answer for the first question. And all those who answered B in the chat, my thumbs up to you. And all those who have done it through this method, super duper well done. Okay, how about the question number two? The product of a non-zero rational. So we are talking about a rational, like you can take any number, say 3. 3 is a rational number, right? And an irrational number. So you can take another irrational number, say root 7. And we want to find the product. Now, product of 3 and root 7, I can't even do that because a rational cannot be multiplied by an irrational number. And the result is always an irrational number. So the answer for the question is A, always irrational. So I can see some wrong answers there. Please be very careful. Okay. The multiple choice questions are like that, within flash, you will lose a mark. So better think twice and then mark the answer. Okay. Right. Let's move on to the next slide where we have the next two questions. Let's see who gives the first correct answers for both the questions. Question number 3 and question number 4. So I'll have to leave some space for you. There we go. So the exponent of 7 in the prime factorization of 441. I want to do it. If and the second one, LCM and HCF of two rational numbers are equal, then the numbers are. Be very careful in the fourth question, okay? Double check and then answer. Try. Still waiting for more answers to come in. We are doing top 100 MCQs for the coming board. And my routine students are here, but not everybody. Okay, so some of you have answered both questions and some of you are still struggling. So let's see. Okay, so I think I have enough number of answers now to start discussing it. Okay, the exponent of 7 in prime factorization of 441. Now, when I see 441, the first factor that comes to my mind is 7. Is it 7? Because he's asking us to find the exponent of 7. So you can do 7 first, or you can do a smaller factor if it is visible. And the easiest visible factor is 4 plus 4 plus 1, 9, right? So it is divisible by 3. So 3 times what? 1, 14 means 4, 21 means 7. 7 plus 4 plus 1 again divisible by 3. So this is 3 times 49, and 49 is 7 square, and so the exponent is 2. Your answer for third question is 2. Right. The next one. If LCM and HCF of two rational numbers are equal. Now this was a googly kind of question. Okay, so you need to be careful. If LCM and HCF of two rational numbers are equal, then the numbers are. So let me see what did you answer there. Kevin is saying B, which is equal. Okay, and Aaron is also saying B. Then we have a C from Anay, and then rectified to C. Okay, rectified to B. Achiever, I don't know, is that fourth on option C. Okay, so there is a confusion between B and C here, and I need to check now why the answers are two in number. So LCM and HCF are equal. So when will the LCM and HCF of two numbers be equal? Just watch. Now suppose you have two different numbers like 2 and 8. Okay. 2 and 8, if the numbers are different, then the highest common factor here is 2 and the LCM is 8. But he is saying the LCM and HCF are equal. So the highest common factor is actually the common multiple also, right? So how about the numbers being prime? No. Why? Because 3 and 5, the LCM and HCF are never going to be equal because HCF is 1. So ruled out. Co-prime, they don't have a common factor between them, nearly same as prime. So ruled out. Composite, how about 4 and 8? No. And therefore, the answer for the question is B, equal. Why so? Because if you take two numbers which are equal, like 8 and 8, what is their highest common factor? It is 8 only. And what is their LCM? It is 8 only. Pretty simple, right? So don't overthink. Sometimes, what you get in the mind for the first time often gives you the correct answer. And that's where smartness is. Okay? Aryan bhai kahan ho? Arre? Okay. Chaliye. Let's have the next set of questions. Question number 5 and 6 here. These are also from the same chapter. And slowly I'm going to get into the next chapter. Okay? We are doing top 100 questions for board exams. The LCM of two numbers is 1500. Which of the following cannot be their HCF? Be very careful. Conceptual clarity is a must for this question. And then we have a assertion reason question. Go for it. 30 seconds for you. I mean, I'll give you 1 minute. Don't worry. Carry on. Please answer the question and let's see who gets it right. First one is a conceptual question. So if your concepts are good, you will answer it. Otherwise, you are going to struggle. And all those who have joined just now, just click the like button and you can call your friends and let's have a good participation in the quiz. All those who are preparing for the board exam, they can join in. So we have some answers already coming in. This is question number 5 and question number 6 for the day. All those who have joined in today only, I have done session 1 and session 2 before. You can see the live recordings of those sessions on the YouTube channel itself. This is session 3 where we are practicing top 100 important questions for the board exam. So I've got some answers here. The prominent answers which I'm getting is for the 5th question, it is A. And for the 6th question, I don't know, it is just one answer till now. So I hope you know when to answer A in assertion reason questions. When both are true and the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion, you answer A, right? And then when both are true, but this is not the correct reason, then you answer B. Then true, false, C, and false, true, D. So I'm not going to tell you that because it's been like the complete year. You must be knowing that by now. Is it C or D? Okay, I'm not going to appear in the exam, so don't ask me. Please tell me. Okay, A is true, R is false. Okay, I'm getting some different answers. Interesting. So let's see. The first, the fifth question here on the board. The LCM of two numbers is 1500. Which of the following cannot be their HCF? A very important question in the sense that it is a concept based question. So if your concept is good, then you will answer it in 15 seconds. And if the concept is lacking, then you will keep on watching the question. You're doing all sorts of things, experimenting with HCF into LCM is equal to product of numbers and whatnot, and still you will not get the correct answer. Okay, so watch. The concept involved here is HCF is always a factor of LCM. That means the highest common factor will always divide the LCM. Okay, so the LCM is 1500. So that means the highest common factor has to be a factor of 1500. So 500 divides 1500. So this is a possible answer. 300 divides 1500. Yes, it is a possible answer. 750 divides 1500. Yes, it is a possible answer. But 600 does not divide 1500. See, it does not divide 1500, right? And therefore, the answer for the question is A. So what was the concept involved there? The concept was HCF always divides the LCM perfectly. Got it? If you like this question, just give me a like in the chat. Come on, give me a like, open-hearted like. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we have question number 6. He says 2 is an example of a rational number. Obviously, 2 is a rational number. 2 upon 1, it is a rational number. So this assertion is true. How about the reason? The square root of all positive integers are irrational numbers. Square root of all positive integers. Let's take 7. So this is irrational, right? But if I take 9, it is 3. That means square root of 9 is not irrational. It is rational. And so this is false. So what is the correct option to be marked in the exam? The assertion is true and the reason is false, giving you the answer as C. There we go. The answer which has to be marked in the exam is C. So all those who are getting it right, double thumbs up for all of you. Keep on practicing, and we have lots and lots of questions coming in from all the 14 chapters which you have in your syllabus. Okay, watch here. So your turn first. The sum and product of the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, this is polynomial, not polynomials, polynomial, are 2 and 15 respectively. Then the quadratic polynomial is very easy conceptual question. Come on, answer it in 10 seconds. Okay. And then the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are this and this is. I'll tell you the easiest way of doing this. First, I will wait for your answers in the chat. Okay. Go for it. This is also polynomial, not polynomials. Ah, nice, 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 nice. Seven question. Some of you are saying it is A. Okay. How about question number 8? I'll give you some more time. Each student is expected to ask your friends also to join in so that we can have good competition. For question number 8, I have got very less number of answers, so I'm giving you a little more time. Okay. The polynomial whose zeros are given 3 by 5 and minus 1 by 2. Come on, get me the answer quickly. I got only one answer from Arohan, and Arohan seemed to be really quick there. Huh? Just double check your answers in the exam, okay? Don't panic when you get one or two wrong. Sometimes, in mathematics exam that happens, you are not able to solve one question and suddenly you realize, oh, you're lagging behind. So that creates confusion and panic. Okay, question number 8. I've got two different answers already. Oh my God. Arohan, you need to check that now. Everybody's answering A and you are saying it is B. See, that's what I said. So we need to be a little careful. Okay, let's discuss question 7 and question 8 independently. So here the sum is 2. Sum is 2 and the product of zeros P is 15. So if you remember, x square minus sum x plus product, this is the required quadratic polynomial, and that's pretty easy. If you don't know this, you have done nothing in this chapter, I think, polynomials chapter. And so the answer for the question will be x square minus 2x plus 15. And where is the correct answer? The correct answer is A. So that was a conceptual question. Okay. Now come to the second part of the, I mean, you can call the second degree of difficulty in the same concept. So now he has given the zeros. So here sum and product was known, so there was no problem. Now sum and product is not known, so you have to find the sum and product, right? So sum 3 by 5 plus minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 gives me 6 minus 5 upon 10, which is 1/10. Product 3 by 5 times minus 1 by 2, which gives me minus 3 by 10 as the product. So where is the problem? Same concept, x square minus sx plus p equal to 0. Because you have 10, so you will be multiplying throughout by 10. That's it. So x square minus sum 1 by 10 x plus product, so minus 3 by 10 equal to 0. Just multiply this throughout by 10 and you have your answer. What is the answer? 10x square minus x minus 3. 10x square minus x minus 3. See, once you remove the denominators by taking the LCM and multiplying throughout by the LCM, what you get on the left hand side becomes your final answer. So what is the answer? 10x square minus x minus 3, and the answer for the question is B. So many wrong answers there and so many deletions going on there. So be very careful. You get only one chance in the final exam. Okay, once you mark it, you hardly have time in the exam to recheck it. So please don't do something which where you will repent on after coming out of the examination hall. Okay, next set of questions, question number 9 and question number 10 for the day. Let's solve these. If one zero of the polynomial 2x squared minus 7x plus 6k is reciprocal of the other, then k is equal to what? And similarly, one more question here based on finding the value of k. Very important concept and short question for board exams. So let's have your answers in the chat first, then we will discuss. 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Once I get 3 or 4 answers, I will start the discussion, because I need to solve 100 questions today, top 100 MCQs. Let's solve these two. And all the chapters will be covered. So we are doing assertion-reason questions and the multiple choice questions today. And we are into the practice session, the final third session. And I hope all of you who did not watch the session 1 and session 2, they are going to repent afterwards. So on this channel, you have the session 1 and session 2 recording. Watch that also. So I'm already getting some answers there for ninth question. Oh. See, if somebody else is posting the answer, no, don't copy paste, okay? Because you saw just now one of the persons, he gave wrong answer, and suddenly, others realized, oh, that was wrong. Okay, for 10th also I'm getting some answers, 30 seconds more, and probably then I'm going to discuss these because I need lots and lots of time today. So be careful. Time is a very important factor, okay, for multiple choice questions. Let's have discussion of question number 9 because I have got 3 or 4 answers for question 9 already. Posted the answers, you're still allowed to post the answer. Doubts are see, doubts are always welcome. Okay, so if you post a doubt in the chat, I will be the first one to reply to your doubts. Are similar questions coming for the exam, or are the exact same questions that you are teaching are coming? Because okay, see, uh, not even one person on earth can tell you what questions are coming in the exam. Okay? Because we are not the ones who are framing the question. We are teachers, we are educators. We know what is important, what is to be focused on more, and that's what we are making you practice. So, if you see, if you have learned the spelling of the word success, it doesn't mean they will not ask you the spelling of recess. Okay? So, maths is like that. You need to have very good concept clarity and apply those concepts in the exam. Okay, don't think that you are going to get the same question in the exam. That doesn't work, and it will never work from class 11th onwards. You will solve 100 questions and you will get 123rd question in the exam. Okay, so maths doesn't work like that, please. Okay, let's have this question. If one zero of this polynomial is reciprocal of the other, now alpha and beta, right? And now I have to assume alpha and 1 over alpha because one of the zeros is reciprocal of the other. And what does this imply? It implies that the product of zeros is 1. Correct. And now if you know that in this question you have to do product of zeros equal to 1, job done. So product of zeros, do you know the formula? C upon A, right? C upon A equal to 1, or you have to do C equal to A. Now all those students who already know the concept that whenever you have two roots which are reciprocals of each other, then C and A are equal. And where is C? C is 6k equal to where is A? A is 2. And there we go. 6k equal to 2 fetches me the answer k equal to 1 upon 3. And there is the answer B. So ninth question, the correct answer is B. And that answer came from Arun. Well done, Arun. And then Achiever, I don't know who is that, but and then I have from Gurleen. Hope you have not seen it, but if you revise this, after I'm done with the live session, you can see all those questions which you missed. And then question number 10. Let's move on to this. If the sum of zeros is 8, so minus b by a equal to 8. Now you should know the common relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Okay. So negative b is negative 4k, so plus 4k upon a is 5 equal to 8. 4 cancels it 2 times and the value of k is 10. See, these are questions which should attract an answer just by observing, because you have done these questions throughout the year. And now, once you have solved all these questions have to be done in 10 to 15 seconds time only. If not, maybe 30 seconds time, right? Okay. Just had a little confusion. No confusion in that. Don't worry. You can ask anything in live session. Okay. I'm here to answer your questions. Right. So top 10 questions are done from the first two chapters. Let's move on to question number 11 and 12 from the same chapter. Why I am practicing this relationship between zeros and coefficients. Very important concept for board exams. Okay. Carry on. 1 minute for you. And then we are going to discuss the zeros of the quadratic polynomial 4x square minus 36 are both positive, both negative, one negative, one positive, and both equal. If alpha beta are the zeros of this polynomial, then what is the correct relationship you will get? Let's see. So your turn to answer the questions, and then we'll come to the detailed discussion. We need to quicken up now. Okay, let's quickly now discuss these questions. The zeros of this quadratic polynomial. So 4x square minus 36 equal to 0, right? Now I'm going to do less discussion, and we need to quickly, solve these because it's been half an hour. We have done only 10 questions. So if I need to do 100 questions, I need to quicken up now. Okay, so very less discussion, but you can test yourself. 4x square equal to 36, right? So x square equal to 9, x equal to plus minus root 9, which is plus minus 3. Now 4x square minus 36 has only a x square. So whenever the quadratic polynomial has only a term containing x square, not the term containing x, the roots are always one positive and one negative. So the answer for the question is C. For question number 11, it is C. So many of you are answering B. Okay. So, or you can debate. Okay. Next, if alpha beta are the zero, then what is alpha plus beta minus B over A minus negative 4? And alpha beta C over A, C is negative 8 over 2, that is negative 4. And so both of them are equal, and the answer is A. Question number 12, A is the correct answer. Okay. So these were the 11th and 12th question for today. Let's quickly move on to question number 13 and 14. This is an important question because the interpretation of the question there itself, so many students are committing mistakes. Watch. If the square of, so there is something square, okay? What square? Difference of the zeros, alpha minus beta. See, it is not difference of squares. It is the square of the difference of the zeros. Okay? Of this polynomial is equal to 144. Now, do you know that alpha minus beta whole square is actually alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta? If you know this, you know the answer. Just put the values. What is alpha plus beta here? Negative b over a, negative p over 1. So this is alpha plus beta. And alpha beta c over a 45. So just put minus p and 45 here. Minus p whole square is p square. And if you put alpha beta equal to 45, 45 into 4 is 180 equal to 144. That means p square is 324, right? And the value of p will be plus minus square root of 324, which is plus minus 18. Exactly, answer number D is the correct answer. So many of you are answering there, but if I have gained speed, picked up speed, don't forget to do it yourself, okay? Or keep on watching at least. Watch every question which I am solving here. Assertion: x cube plus x has only one real zero. Let's check. X cube plus x equal to 0. So x times x square plus 1 equal to 0. That means either x is 0 or x square is minus 1. Check. If you put them separately equal to 0, you have x equal to 0 and x square equal to minus 1. Now x equal to 0 is a 0 of the polynomial, correct? But x square equal to minus 1, can square of any number be negative? It will never be negative, right? And therefore this cannot give you a real 0. And so the answer is true. This is true because it has only one real 0. The other zeros are non-existent or complex, okay, or imaginary. Now, a polynomial of nth degree must have real zeros. Is it true or false? Give me an answer in the chat. Come on. A polynomial of nth degree must have real zeros. It is false. Because if the polynomial is like x square plus 2 equal to 0, can you tell me a value of x which will make this 0? It will never be 0. So it has no real 0, and this is false. And when true false, the answer for the question is C. So you have to mark assertion reason answer C there in the exam. Got it? Next question coming up. Question number 15 and 16. We have the chapter changing now slowly, and slowly we are going to get into the mixed bag of questions also. Once you cover all the chapters, we are going to get into the mixed bag of questions. Okay, watch. The point of the form k comma k lies on the line which equation satisfies k comma k, x equal to k, y equal to k. That is what he is asking in the question. And all those who have concept clarity, they will answer this in 5 seconds. Only 5 seconds. You just have to put x equal to k, y equal to k, and check in which option the left hand side and the right hand side are becoming equal. Okay, and see k minus k 0, and the answer is A. You don't have to even check the other options. That's how smartness goes. Next, the point of intersection of the lines x plus 4 equal to 0 and y minus 3 equal to 0 lies in the. Now comes the confusion. What is the point of intersection of these lines? Are these lines, first of all? So we need to check. So if you see x plus 4 equal to 0 means x equal to negative 4, right? So negative 4 is here, and x equal to negative 4 is a line like this. Okay, done. I'll put arrows so that you don't get confused. This is the line x equal to 4, minus 4, sorry, and y equal to 3. Y equal to 3 y equal to 3 is this line. So where will the point of intersection lie? Which quadrant is this? It is the quadrant, and the answer for the question is B. So for 16, it is B. See, some of you are participating very well, and they are able to catch up with me in terms of your speed of answering. Okay, but so many of you are only watching. So if you are watching, make sure that you have pen and paper and you are trying to solve at least. Okay, next question number 17, 18. If pair of linear equations 5x plus by equal to 8 and ax minus 3y equal to 11 represent parallel lines, then AB is equal to what? Another question where you can call it a googly. The examiners often test you with googlies. So this is one of them. So the first thing is you should know the condition for parallel lines. Okay. So what is the condition for parallel lines? Parallel lines have no solution, and no solution means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but not equal to c1 by c2. So can I equate the first two? Let's equate the first two. 5 upon a equal to b upon minus 3, and that's it. Just cross multiply, you get your answer. AB equal to negative 15. And where is the correct answer? B is the correct option. And this is what we need to do here. We just need to apply the condition. Okay. Right. So, sir, paper difficulty कैसा आएगा? Sir, paper difficulty कैसा आएगा? Okay. Easy या अच्छा आप किसको easy बोलते हो? I just need to know, what do you call as easy or difficult? Whatever you know is easy, and whatever you don't know is difficult. So how is it possible that you will get everything that you know? There will be questions which will be challenging. There will be questions which you have to do on the spot. There will be questions which will test you with regard to your concept clarity and application of concepts. So easy means, what do you mean by easy? All questions you have already done, huh? And crammed up. So it will never be like that. Otherwise, there will be no competition. Everybody will score 78, 79, 80 in the exam. So if there has to be competition, there has to be some questions which will require some use of brain. Okay. So that's the answer for your question. Okay. Question number 18. The pair of equations 2x plus 3y minus 9 equal to 0, 4x plus 6y minus 18 equal to 0 represent two lines which are. So you just need to do the ratios, right? A1 by A2, 2 by 4, 1 by 2. B1 by B2, 3 by 6. That's again 1 by 2. C1 by C2, minus 9 by minus 18. and that's again 1 by 2. Oh my god, all three are equal and pretty elementary there. When all three are equal, then it represents infinitely many solutions, and infinitely many solutions means coincident lines. That means the lines are overlapping. Coincident is the answer. 18th question, C part is the answer for that exact question. Okay. So many answers are coming in there. I'm so happy that you are participating well. Okay. Two more questions based on these, and then we are going to move to the next concept, the important one. Okay. The pair of equations y equal to 8 and y equal to -7 has one solution, two solutions, infinite solutions, no solution. So y equal to 8 and y equal to -7, what type of lines will they be? That is the most important thing here. The lines y equal to 8, say this is 8, okay, y equal to 8 will be this line, correct? And y equal to -7 will be somewhere here. This line, they will always be parallel lines. And whenever the lines are parallel, there is no solution. Very simple. Whenever you have a single variable in both the equations, then the lines are always parallel and there is no solution. Got it? Next, for what value of k do the equations this and this represent coincident lines? Now, some of the students, they are not aware of what coincident lines are, and that is why they get confused in the exam. So, coincident lines means overlapping lines, and that infinite solutions. हाँ, का पेपर कैसा आएगा? सब लोग I mean, people are concerned paper कैसा आएगा? How will the paper be? Why are you concerned paper be? You prepare well, and if you prepare well, the whatever the paper. So just focus on your preparation rather than think what type of question will paper will come. Okay, right. Coincident lines, that means infinite solutions, and infinite solutions means a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So let's do a1 by, oh, here we have 3. So let's get rid of this. 3 over 6 minus 1 over minus k. C1, if you take it to the other side, it's -8, and here it is already on the other side -16. So you don't even have to do this. Why? Because he's asking you to find the value of k. So just cross multiply this, you will get the answer. So negative cancels out, and k is 1 by k 3k equal to 6, and the value of k is 2. So the answer is C. Right? So these were some of the common questions of this particular. Sir, सुना है पेपर difficult आएगा. अच्छा सुना है. Okay, there are priests also, who are wandering in the market telling, I will tell you how the paper will look like. Oh my God, why do you believe such things? Just focus on your preparation. Okay, sir. Okay, the difficulty will depend on your preparation. Obviously, yes, sir. Very afraid, still 2 days and need to cover a lot of portions yet. Why did you let that situation come? Okay, but then never mind. Whatever is your preparation, no, it is good. If your concepts are good, your preparation is good. So just focus, and live session 1, live session 2, and this one live session 3. Just solve all those questions. I've already solved it on the board, so don't worry. I think you have it covered. Okay, let's have next question 21 and 22. Here we have. Okay, can you answer this question? Let me see how much time you are going to take to answer this question number 21. The solution of 99x plus 101y is equal to 499. 101x plus 99. That sounds like a big question, right? And it is so easy. Just try. I'm sure so many of you will answer it very quickly. I can see Jagnoor there. Hi, Jagnoor. So nice to see my old students of Tagore School there. Yes, obviously, yes. I'm sure everybody remembers me in Tagore. And I'm happy that I'm in your good books. Okay, very nice. So solution of this equations, come on. I have not got even a single answer till now. Let's double the speed because we need to solve 100 questions. We just need to subtract and add both equations. Yeah, come on. You know the method, so don't ask me. Do it. Add once. This is called also. AOSO. Also. I call it as also question. Also is add once, subtract once. So if you do that, you are on the right track. Okay. So let's do it because I've got one or two answers now. Very nice, very nice. So that helps me in moving on now. Okay. So when you add ones, you get 99 plus 101, 200x, 101 plus 99 plus 200y, 499 plus 501, 1000. So actually you can see when I added both the equations, I have a common factor 200 getting cancelled. So this becomes x plus y equal to 5. Now when I subtract 99 minus 101 minus 2x, 101 minus 99 plus 2y, 499 minus 501 minus 2, right? And you can actually cancel the common factor 2 throughout. So minus x plus y equal to minus 1. You get two very silly equations which you can solve using elimination directly without having to write anything. So x and minus x gets cancelled, 2y is equal to 4, y equal to 2. And when y equal to 2 you put here, you get x equal to 3. There we go, x equal to 3, y equal to 2 is the answer for the question. The answer is option number A. Got it? Okay. Now, sure, sir, how we can't remember such. Oh, thank you for all those compliments which you are giving, and my blessings and best wishes to you for your future. Okay, next assertion. If the pair of lines are coincident, then we say that system is consistent. Oh, lines are coincident, system is consistent and has a unique solution. Here, so now this is a conceptual question. So if you understand and know what do you mean by consistent, you will answer this question. Otherwise, you can't answer this because you will not know what is consistent. So let's understand what is consistent. Consistent, a system of equations is called consistent when it has a solution. Okay, either one solution or infinitely many solutions, unique solution or infinite solutions. Both ways it is consistent. Okay, when is it inconsistent? Obviously, when it has no solution, that means parallel lines. So he says the lines are coincident, and coincident means overlapping lines, infinite solutions. Infinite solutions are, yes, solutions exist. And so, yes, it is consistent, but it does not have a unique solution. It has infinite solutions. And therefore, this assertion is false. And false means you don't even have to check what is the reason. Forget it. Answer D. Because there is only one option in which the assertion is false. Right? So the answer is D. Let's move on to the next question. We have question number 23 and 24. Both are based on quadratics. Come on. Let's solve this. And if you are from different schools, just pick up the link of the live session, post it in your WhatsApp group so that they can also join in and have fun and feel comfortable with your preparation for the upcoming board exam. Let's have 23rd and 24th question. The quadratic equation kx square minus 2kx plus 2 equal to 0 has equal roots. Then k is equal to what? Hmm. Very, very common question for board exams. And I know many of you must be like, oh, we know this question. Okay. So answer both of them and then we'll review within 30 seconds time. Let's see who gives both correct answers. Right. So I think we can discuss it now. 23rd question, I'm getting the prominent answer as C, and 24th also I'm getting the answer as C. So many of you are saying that both the answers are C. So we need to see whether it is C or not. Okay. So equal roots. Now this is what is the keyword of the question. B square minus 4AC discriminant is 0, or equal roots discriminant is always 0. So let's put the values. B square minus 4AC is 0. Minus 2 square is 4, cancels the 4 throughout. So k square minus 2k equal to 0, right? And the value of k which you will obtain from here, a k also you can cancel through, and therefore the value of k which you will obtain will be 2. So the answer is C. For the next question, which are not a quadratic? See, not a. This is important. So many of you students, they don't read the question carefully, and they land up losing 1 mark just because of negligence. So read the question carefully. He says not a quadratic equation, and not a quadratic equation means you have to check which of them are reduced to quadratic and eliminate those. Okay. So if you see this one, we will have x square here because it is a whole square, and there is no x square here, so this will be quadratic, right? For the second one, we have a x square here, and when you open this part, it will be 9x square. So x square and 9x square will definitely give you a x square in the answer also. So this is also quadratic. How about this? When you multiply these two brackets, will multiply and give you x square, and you have an x square on the right hand side. So this x square will get cancelled on both sides, and there is no more x square, and therefore this is not quadratic. And last one, x plus 1 whole cube will have a x cube, so x cube will cancel x cube, so this will definitely be a quadratic. So the answer for the question is C. So C and C and C, so many C's, and the answer is definitely C only. Very nice to all those who are answering and participating so well. Let's have question number 25 and 26 here. The quadratic equation, this has what type of roots? So quickly find the discriminant. B square minus 4AC. This is what you do for finding the discriminant, right? I'm not spending too much of time on this. So this is 3 and this is 4. So this is minus 1. Discriminant is less than 0. And whenever the discriminant is less than 0, what do you mean? It has no real roots, right? So many students are doing it better than me, but I'm into little bit of explanation also, that is why I'm taking time. But yeah, well done. Okay, next, what is the nature of the roots? Again, nature of roots, so you have to find the discriminant of this quadratic. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac. You can check b square minus 4ac, and that gives you 36 minus 32, which is 4, and 4 is a perfect square. Now this is where the students might go wrong. It is greater than 0, and 4 is a perfect square. Whenever you get the discriminant as a perfect square, the roots are rational. Remember that. Okay, important condition. And the roots are unequal, because the roots are equal only when discriminant is 0. Here discriminant is not 0, it is 4. So rational and equal. The answer is B. For the 26th question, all those who answered B, thumbs up for you. Well done. Okay, so these were question number 25 and 26. If you are lagging behind, don't worry. This recording will be there on YouTube. You can watch it as many times as you want after the session is over. Okay, next. Question 27, 28. The discriminant of this quadratic equation is equal to 12. So b square minus 4ac equal to 12. Minus 2 square minus 4 1p equal to 12. So this is just like basic questions, and this will come in maths basic only, not in standards. In standard, you have big equations and a little bit more calculations. A degree of difficulty is a little bit more. Okay. So this is 4 minus 4p. 4 minus 4p equal to 12. That means 1 minus p equal to 3. So p equal to minus 2. So D is the answer. Oh, very nice. 27th question has attracted an answer before I gave the answer. So well done, well done. Okay, next question 28. A natural number, when increased by 12, equals 160 times its reciprocal. Then the number is, come on, you do it now. I will not do it. I will only do it when I get some answers in the chat. Okay? Only I can see two or three people who are very desperately trying to compete with me. Okay? But I will wait for you this time. Go for it. Come on. Hmm. No answers yet. Still waiting because it involves the representation of the statement as a quadratic equation. A natural number, when increased by 12, equals 160 times its reciprocal. I'll tell you what is the easiest way of doing this question, okay? If you are formulating equations, then that is very good method for 2 mark, 3 mark, 5 mark, 4 mark question where steps are required. But here, even the equations are not required. So go by elimination method. Come on. At least my students who have been throughout with me, for the complete year, don't use equations here. A natural number, when increased by 12, gives 160 times its reciprocal. See, what? Let's take the first option. The reciprocal of 8 is 1 by 8, and 160 times the reciprocal is 20, right? And he says, when the number is increased by 12, it equals this. So 8, when you increase this by 12, don't you get 20? And the answer is A only. See, don't have to do anything. This is like being smart with multiple choice questions. So those who are formulating equation here, they will come out of the examination hall and they will say, what, the paper was so lengthy. Is the paper lengthy, or the methods which we are using are faulty? They are faulty. If you get a statement problem in the exam, don't do the method here. The method which you have done traditionally. Use the elimination method. Okay, very very important tip there. Okay, right. So we have some reactions there, and I'm not getting any reactions. So are you giving some reactions there in the chat box? There you have the reaction column also. Just try that. Okay, let's move on. In the meanwhile, we need to speed up. Here we have question number 29. Assertion. This has repeated roots. Repeated means equal roots. Equal root means, I'm getting some reactions here. Nice. So when you have equal roots, means discriminant should be 0. So let's check whether the discriminant is 0 or not. B square minus 4AC. How much is this? 12 square 144 minus 4 4s are 16, 9s are 144. Oh my god, this is correct. It has repeated roots. So this is true. How about this? The quadratic equation this has repeated roots if the discriminant is 0. True. And yes, it correctly explains this because that's what is the reason behind it. And the answer is A. Next, which term of the AP is 0? Come on, you answer that very quickly now. We have done first 4 chapters already. We are into arithmetic progressions. Slowly we are going to cover all chapters, and then we will have mixed bag of questions also, if time permits. Let's see. Which AP 72, 63, 54 up, you need to find out the term number whose value is 0. Okay, so for 30th, I got any answer till now? No answers. A is 72, B is 63 minus 72. How much is that? You have minus 9. Okay. So which term an is 0? So let's quickly check it. Or else, this is 9 times table. If you know that, you will still answer it correctly. But yeah, I'm solving it the traditional way, but smartness can be used here also. Okay. So a plus n minus 1 into d equal to 0. So 9 cancels, 9 8s are 72. So 8 minus n plus 1 equal to 0. So n equal to 9. So the ninth term is 0. And simply this actually is 9 times table. So if you start with 0, 0, and then this is 8th multiple of 9, right? Plus 0 is the ninth term, right? That way also you can actually interpret the question like that also. Let's have the next two questions. Question 31, 32. If this and this are in AP, then P is equal to. Very, very common question of arithmetic progression. Come on, let's quickly do it. What is the rule here? The rule is second minus first, the common difference is always the same. Third minus second, the common difference has to be same. Let's quickly get the answer and put it in the chat. Rather, you can do both the questions. Try doing both. 5p minus 8 minus 7p plus 2 equal to p plus 1 minus 5p plus 8. Right? This is what you have to do here. So let's quickly do it. Minus 2p minus 6 minus 4p plus 9. So 2p equal to 15. P equal to 15 by 2 and 15 by 2 is 7.5. So the answer is B. Okay. Next. 18th term. You have to find the 18th term. First two terms are minus 6 and 1. Minus 6 and 1. So according to this, you have to find the 18th term. So this is A, and what is D? First, second minus first, that is 7. So A and D known. So if you have to find the 18th term, A plus 17D, that is minus 6 plus 17 times 7, that is minus 6 plus 119. So 113 is the answer, that is A. Now these are like very basic questions of arithmetic progression, and I hope all of you are aware of this type. Next, move on to the next two questions. If the common difference of an AP is 8, so D is 8, then A21 minus A15. Now so many of you will say, why they haven't given the first term? How can we find the difference of two terms if only common difference is known? We can actually. If you use the formulas first, and you will realize that the difference between two terms does not depend on the first term. It depends on only the common difference. See how. 21st term is A plus 20D minus 15 term is A plus 14D, right? So if you open this bracket, you will have A cancelled out. 20D minus 14D is 16. So you just have to do 6 times D, and 6 times D is 8, and 6 times 8 is 48, which is the option number B. That is the correct answer. Next, the sum of all multiples of 7 lying between 500 and 900. Now this is asked as a multiple choice question before in the board exams. So you need to make sure that you know the traditional approach also, because it can be asked as a 2-mark question also. But now it is a 1 marker. So you need to skip steps and be smart. Multiples of 7. line between this. See, 500, very close to 500 is 490, which is a multiple of 7, right? So 497 and then 504. So 504 will be the first number. Now, close to 900, how do you find the number which is divisible by 7? So you just have to divide 900 by 7. 7 ones are 7, 20, 7 twos are 14, 60, 7 eights are 56. So you have 4. So just subtract 4 from this. You will have the number which is divisible by 7. And what is that number? That number will be your AN. And 900 minus 4 is 896. Now this number is divisible by 7. So what do we do here? Now AN is 896. So A is 504. So A plus N minus 1 into D. D is 7 equal to 896. And you can actually find the value of N from here. Okay. So let's quickly find the value of N. And then you have to find the value of Sn because it's a lengthy question now. So subtract 504. You get 392 and then divide by 7. 7 fives are, so n minus 1 equal to 7 fives are 35, 42, 7 6 are 42. So n is 57. Now once you know n is 57, you can actually find the sum of n terms. Sum of 57 terms, 57 by 2, first term plus last term, 896. So 57 by 2 times, this is 6, 4, 10, 0, 1 carry, 10, 1, 10, 0, 13, 1400. So this cancels this 700 times and 57 times 700 will be your final answer. 2 zeros, 7 sevens are 49, 9, 4 carry and 39. 39900. Option number B is the correct answer for the question. See, some questions will be lengthy and lengthy questions have to be, you need to be really smart in handling those lengthy questions. So don't worry if you falter anywhere in these questions. You can just leave it for the last and then come back to those questions if you feel that it is consuming too much of time. Okay, let's have next set. The 11th term of an AP is 38 and 16th term is 73. Then 31st term is what? So you can solve it now. 11th term A plus 10D is 38. 16th term A plus 15D is 73. Subtract minus 5D equal to minus 35. So D is 5. D is 35 upon 5, that is 7. So I got D equal to 7. Now if D is 7, I can put it here or here. I will get the value of A. This is 70. So 70 goes to the other side. 38 minus 70 is minus 32. So A is negative 32. Now he is asking us to find 31st term A plus 30D. So 210 minus 32. That will give you your answer for the question. So 210 minus 32 is 200 minus 22, 178. And your answer is B. There we go. That is the answer for the question. Next up, we have question number 36. Distance between. Now look at the points given here. So what matters is, not to get afraid of the nature of the points which are given there and start solving it. Now, obviously, you have to use distance formula here to get the correct answer. So let's get the distance formula applied here in this. So square root of x2 minus x1. So when you subtract this minus this, 2a will be cancelled out and you have x2 minus x1 whole square as root 3a whole square plus 5a minus 6a minus a whole square. See, where is the problem? It is all in the mind. So if you focus, if you are willing to take that risk in the exam, not going to prove difficult. Okay, so this is 3a square plus a square 4a. The answer is 12. It is difficult because it has a square root in it, right? Actually, okay. Next set of questions, 37, 38. Look at the points now. The points have trigonometry in it. So even if there is trigonometry, it hardly matters. Let's apply the distance formula. Square root x2 minus x1 sine minus cos whole square plus y2 minus y1 minus cos minus sine whole square. Right? This is what we have to do. Now, having both negatives in the whole square, that simply means a plus b whole square. Okay. So you just have to open the squares now. A square plus b square minus 2ab. And just now I told you that minus a minus b whole square is actually a plus b whole square. So plus cos square plus 2 sine cos plus sine square. See, now this term will definitely cancel out and you have sine square plus cos square 1 followed by sine square plus cos square 1. So 1 plus 1, 2, and the answer for the question is root 2. Look at that. The answer is so simple. It is just about attempting the question and not getting the fear of that question in the mind. Let's have 38th question. The question of coordinate geometry. If the point P6, 3 lies on the line segment joining this and this, then you have to find the correct relationship. Now comes the important part. What is this? This is actually section formula, right? So you have 4, 2 and this is joining 8, 4 and there is a point 6, 3 which lies on this. So if you assume K1, this is A, this is B and this is, what will be the value of K? For that I use the 6. 6 equal to 8K plus 4 upon K plus 1. That will give 8K plus 4 equal to 6K plus 6. So K equal to 2. That means K equal to 1. And what does K equal to 1 mean? It means that P is the midpoint of AB. AB will be equal. See, the ratio itself told you the correct answer. And so many of the students will think that the question is very lengthy. As I say hello to Purab. Hi Purab. I hope you are preparing well and you are confident enough to get into the exam. Okay. And if you have not seen the previous questions, this recording will be available after I complete the stream. You can watch it. And session 1, session 2 recordings are already available. Okay. So let's see the next set of questions. Question number 39 and 40. Assertion. Midpoint of a line segment divides the line in the ratio 1:1. That is pretty easy, right? Midpoint has to be 1:1, so true. The ratio in which the point this divides the line segment this is 1:2. Now, how does it explain the midpoint? It never explains the midpoint, but still we have to verify the truth of the statement. Why? Because either it can be A or B. Okay? So let's verify whether this is true or not. So if I assume that the ratio is K ratio 1, I can use the minus 3 for the section formula, right? So minus 3 equal to, let's apply the section formula. Here, K ratio 1. So minus 2K minus 5 upon plus 1, which gives negative 3K negative 3, 2K negative 5. So negative K equal to negative 2, K equal to 2. Now K equal to 2. But he says 1:2. If it is K ratio 1, then it is 2:1. And so this is false. And therefore, the option number C is the correct answer for the assertion reason question, that assertion is true and the reason is false. Next, Question of similarity. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle EDF, which of the following is not true? So you need to be careful here not to fumble. See, for the first one, just consider the first option. We have triangle ABC. So BC and AC are the sides. So BC upon AC, the first one, is saying FD upon EF. This is the first option. Now let's see. BC are the last two alphabets. Here FD are the last two alphabets. So correct. AC first and third, EF first and third. So this is true. The first one is true. The second one, let's convert the ratio AB and AC. AB upon AC equal to DE upon EF. Let's check this. AB are the first two alphabets. DE are the first two alphabets. AC first and third, EF first and third. So this is also true. Next, BC upon AB. I am writing both the sides of first triangle on the left and second triangle on the right. Let's check this. BC, EF. BC last two, EF first and third. See, now this is the wrong statement. Now, when you have a similarity given in the question, then according to the similarity, you have to see which sides are the corresponding sides. And this was a question of concept. Right? Let's move on to the next question, question 41. So you can answer this now. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, these are the some things which are given there, and we just need to check the two triangles are what in terms of congruence and similarity. What is this? Let's give you some time for this. Okay, 41B. I'm getting an answer B there for the 41st question. Okay, let's draw two triangles, 1 and 2. ABC, let's call this as ABC, and DEF, this is DEF. So what is given here? Angle B equal to angle E, B equal to E, F equal to C. Okay, and AB is 3 times DE. AB is 3 times DE. So if this is 1, this is 3. Okay. Now, how do we prove the congruence or similarity? See, if this side is different and this side is different, then obviously you can't have these two triangles as congruent, right? So they may be similar because the two angles are given equal, so they have to be similar. So similarity obviously is there, congruence but not similar gone, congruent as well as similar gone, neither congruent nor similar gone. So it is similar but not congruent. So the answer is B. Likewise here, AB upon D equal to BC upon FD, then they will be similar when which angle will be equal. So the two sides are already proportional, and we have to find out which angle will make them similar. Two sides being proportional is not going to give you similarity, right? So AB upon DE, we have triangle ABC here and triangle DEF here, right? And what do we have to do here now? AB upon DE, AB upon DE, BC upon FD. He has taken it like this. So angle B has to be equal to angle D because it has to be the included angle. So angle B equal to angle D gives option number C as the correct answer. This is how you crack the question because SAS rule is getting applied there. Okay. Next. Question 43. Now AB is parallel to DC. Then the value of X is. Now, how do you find the value of x here? Again, you should know your similarity very, very well. Okay. If you know, if the lines are parallel, then the alternate interior angles are equal. So this angle and this angle are equal here and here, and this angle and this angle are equal, right? So we need to take the correct correspondence. That is important. So if you take the correct sides, you will land up doing it the question correctly. So if you take DO here, you have to take BO here. So DO is x minus 2 over BO is x minus 1 equal to CO is x plus 3, and corresponding to CO you have to take AO here, which is x plus 5. And now you got to cross multiply and solve this to get the value of x, right? So how do you find the value of x here? Just cross multiply. X square plus 5x minus 2x is 3x minus 10 equal to x square, because x square will cancel out on both sides. I am not writing it. Plus 3x minus x is plus 2x minus 3. So this is the equation which we have to solve, and it will give x equal to 7 as the correct answer. Now this is how you skip the steps and get to the correct answer in the final exam. Okay. Let's see another one. Assertion. If in two triangles DEF and PQR, now let's see DEF and PQR. Here are the triangles DEF and PQR. Angle D equal to angle Q. Angle D equal to angle Q. Although they are not looking like, but hardly matters. Angle R equal to angle E. Angle R, angle E. Then, so now we have to find the corresponding sides. DE, which is the side between the two angles, upon QR, again the side between the two angles. DF from this to here corresponds to QP, PQ. So this is true. It is the correct correspondence. And the reason triangles DEF and PQR are similar by AA similarity criteria, true. And because they are similar, then only then this correspondence comes in. And so the answer for the question is A. That means the answer is both assertion and reason are correct, and reason correctly explains the assertion. Right? Okay. Let's quickly move on to the next one. A point P is 26 centimeter from the center of a circle. So we have a circle and there is a point P 26 centimeter from the center here. This is 26. And the length of the tangent drawn from P to the circle is 24. So if you draw a tangent like this is 24. Okay. Then the radius of circle. So this is the radius of circle, which makes an angle of 90 degree because the radius and tangent are always perpendicular. So we can apply the Pythagoras theorem and get to our answer for the question. So what will be the radius here? So we just have to do 26 square minus 24 square, right? So what is 26 square minus 24 square? And then the square root. This will be the radius. I have applied the Pythagoras. The difference is 2 and the sum is 50. So 2 into 50, 100, and square root of 100 is 10. So the answer is B. See how I do it. The calculations are really important. It's not only about knowing the concept. It is about getting to the correct answer in minimum amount of time. Okay. Let's quickly do the 46th question. TP and TQ are two tangents to a circle with center O. So this is center O. TP, this is point T. So TP and TQ. These are tangents. So that POQ is 120 degree. POQ. This angle is 120. Then angle PTQ. Now very easy question because this is a conceptual question. The angle between radius and tangent is always 90. So this is 90. This is 90. And so the opposite angles of this quadrilateral are going to be supplementary because they will add up to 180. 180 and 180, 360. So the answer is 60 degree. And the answer is A, 60 degree. Likewise, question number 47, 48. If the angle between two radii of a circle is 120, so very similar to the previous question. Here we have this radius and this radius. This angle is 120. The angle between the tangents at the ends of the radius. Now this question is actually the other form of the same question there. So ends of this, you have to draw tangents like this, and is asking you to find this angle, which will come out to be 60° again, but it's a different format of question. Let's see another one. If two tangents inclined at an angle of 60° are drawn to a circle of radius 3, so like this and this angle is 60°, the radius is 3, like this. So we have to find the length of tangent x. So how do you find that? Now you have to use a bit of trigonometry. So if you join this like this, you have a right angle triangle. So you are asked to find x. And if you know, these two triangles will always be congruent. So you don't have to prove it in the MCQs, obviously. If these are congruent, then the angles here are equal, right? So a triangle like this, having this angle as 3, this is x, this is 90, and this is 3. So using trigonometry, I can very easily find the value of the length of the tangent. So what will that be? I think this is the base, this is the perpendicular. Perpendicular upon base tan. So tan 30, perpendicular 3 base x. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, 3 upon x. So the value of x will be 3 root 3. And the answer is D. Okay. The last two questions for this session. I'll be closing this. After this, these two questions, because we will have done 50 questions already. In another session, I will cover the rest of the 50 questions. Let's see this. If length of a tangent from an external point to a circle is 8 centimeters, that means length of tangent is given now. So this, like this is 8. Then length of the other tangent from the same point, length of the other tangent, that is also 8, right? Because the statement says so. So this is true. And why? Out of 3 tangents that can be drawn from an external point, oh my god, we have an external point. And can we draw 3 tangents from that point? No. So the out of 3 tangents means this is false, and the option number C is the correct option. True, false. And likewise here we have a question of trigonometry where sin A is 8 upon 17 and A is acute. Then cot A, he is asking us to find the value of cot A given the value of sin A. So how do you find cot A from sin A? That is important. So sin A has that relationship with cos A. Cos square A is 1 minus sin square A. 64 by 289. So this is 289 minus 64, 225 by 289. And therefore, the value of cos A is 15 upon 17. Now, once you know sin A and cos A, you can do cot A. Cot A is cos A by sin A. So the 17 cancels out and you have the answer as 15 upon 8, which is option number A. See how quickly you can do. The last 25 questions which I have solved here, they were all like, easy conceptual questions. But if you get confused in the concept, then it's going to be little difficult for you to crack the question. Okay, friends. So I hope these 50 questions which you have seen, they form a good base attempt of MCQs and assertion reason questions. And I'm sure you will watch this video again, and I'll come live one more time to give you the remaining 50 questions also. Sir, ideal time for each section, can you please give it time by split? Okay, so like for the first section A, uh, an ideal time will be 45 minutes. Okay, to all 20 questions solved in 45 minutes. But I tell you what, if you are good in your MCQs and assertion reason, 45 minutes is a huge time. 2.5 minutes per question in MCQs is a big amount of time. So I don't think you will require that much of time. But if you do it in 45 minutes, it is very comfortable. Okay. Then the 2 mark questions. There are 5 of them, and on an average, I give a 4 to 5 minute time to those questions. So it is like 20 minutes, 25 at most 25 minutes to section B. And similar thing with the section C, 3 mark questions, 6 questions. But there you have the steps are a little bit more, right? So 6 5s are 30 minutes. You can go up to 35 also, no problem. And then the 5 mark questions remaining time, lot of time will be there if you do the first 3 sections in around 1.5 hours. Okay, so 1.5 hours. Think that if you are at the end of section C, wonderful, you are going wonderfully well, and that's what you need to target in the exam. Okay, so friends, I'll close the session here, but we have done only half the session because it takes quite a lot of time to cover 100 questions. But yeah, 50 questions done here and 50 questions will be done in the next live session. So do join me. I'll update you very soon on the channel when will that final session be, and do join me there and bring in your friends also. Okay, so all the best for your preparation. I look forward for your company in the next session. See you then. Bye bye, take care.